This is Mulan's home. Well, according to Disney at least. When the teaser for Disney's latest Mulan came out last year, people noticed these mysterious round structures. We were intrigued too, and after some Googling, we found out that they're Tulou, which are these massive earthen fortresses built more than 600 years ago. And sorry, Disney, Mulan probably didn't live in one. There are over 3,700 Tulou in China, and most of them are in Fujian province. We wanted to know who built them and do people still live there? So we paid a visit to Yongding, an area in Fujian famous for Tulou, to see it for ourselves. And we found this grandpa.
我姓江，叫做江恩庆。我86了，我小时候就在这边住了。我很正宗的客家人。
The Hakka people are a minority group in China. In Chinese, their name means guest people because they were always moving around. Historically, Hakka people never stayed in one place for too long because of constant persecution. The Tulou in Yongding were built by Hakka people escaping invasions by the Georgians, and later the Mongols in the northern part of China during the 11th century.
当时一路上逃，从江西逃过到这边，最后呢到这边，再走不行了，背后追兵比较少了，所以永定永久定下来不走了。
They incorporated defensive elements into their new homes. The Tulou was designed to make it easy to look out for intruders. And this Tulou in Yongding has been called the King of Tulou because of its size and complexity. With a diameter of 240 feet at its widest point and a height of more than 50 feet, it's about 2/3 the size of a soccer field. The story goes that Grandpa Jiang's great-great-great-great-great, in short, 11th great-grandfather Jiang built it more than 300 years ago. At one point, 80 families comprising 600 people lived here. It was a compact, self-sufficient community. So here's how it's built. Before construction begins, a feng shui master is invited to select an ideal location for luck. Once they've decided where the main entrance will be, a circle is drawn around the center with a rope. The foot of the wall is made with stones. Small holes are covered with cobbles to prevent water from seeping in. Finally, the wall is made by ramming soil into wooden molds. The Tulou can grow depending on the needs of the families.
这个亭体楼呢，外边看呢土楼，里面呢还有4个圆圈。
The outer layer acts as a first line of defense. The wall is tall and thick and practically impossible to dig through.
1楼厨房饭厅，2楼粮仓，3楼、4楼我们讲睡间。
Everyone gets an identical room regardless of age or standing in the family. Each ring layer includes a 6-foot corridor. The second ring has 2 floors, with 40 rooms on each floor. The third ring has a single floor with 32 rooms. The final innermost layer includes the ancestral hall, where important festivals and ceremonies are held. There are also restaurants, shops, and even a school. It has everything that Grandpa Jiang needs, so he rarely leaves the Tulou.
早上呢，大概7点多钟10点钟左右爬起来，好像我大儿子呢，他会送那个包子给我吃，吃差不多就走一下子，慢慢走一下，锻炼一下子，回来呢看看报纸10点多钟又放点米下的蒸饭，但我早上我大儿子拿下来菜，我自己加工。我年轻时候经常外出比较多，现在比较少，那年纪多了，96年退休回来就没有走了。现在住不多，才50多个人，有7个家庭。土楼呢是 大家庭、小社会和谐相处的典范。
The Tulou are a unique part of Hakka culture and a protected UNESCO World Heritage Site. But even though Disney's Mulan trailer shows her family living in one, that likely didn't happen.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey Alice, how are you?
This is Alice Meichi Lee. She's an illustrator and writer. After the trailer for Mulan came out last June, Alice noticed some inconsistencies and wrote a piece about the film's inaccurate use of Chinese elements.
It's like just one more thing in a long history in like America where Westerners have felt like they could tell Asian stories better than actual Asian people, and they could just like pick and choose things that they think are cool from their culture and not even respect it enough to understand it.
Disney's Mulan is based on a Chinese epic poem called The Ballad of Mulan. That story took place in the 5th century, around 700 years before the first Tulou was even built.
It's like if you tried to do a Robin Hood movie, like set 700 years later, so the original was like in 1300, so it would be set like today, and instead of being in England, it would be in Spain. So just the fact that they chose to set it in the Tulou at the time, it would change Mulan's race, her country, and like her era. One thing that happens in cultural appropriation is that, you know, people just pick things out because they look cool and they don't care about the history behind it. So that's what I'm thinking is very likely that happened.
So, even though the Tulou probably doesn't belong in the Mulan movie, it has a rich history in its own right and tells the story of a resilient minority surviving together as one big family.